So we have a Sky Guard and a Growth Chamber Guardian. Oh, this card's been real busted in my experience. I kind of just want to take it. Even though green's like one of the better colors. And this is like very strong too. You just take the Growth Chamber Guardian. Ooh, it might depend on the E price. Maybe the E price is the tiebreaker. I don't know. I kind of just want to take the Sky Guard. I'm gonna look up this here wiki price. If it's over 3 ticks, I'll take the stupid Guardian. Since I think it's like a pretty close pick regardless. Apparently it's exactly 3 ticks. Fine. I also want to draft Simic, right? This gives us outs to drafting Simic. So. Wow. Past the Sky Guard, immediately get past the binding. Tilt me off the edge of the earth. Guess we're Selesnya now. We were always Selesnya in our hearts. I think I'm just meant to take the binding. I think it's just the best card here by a lot. You can like splash it. The Ministrant is also really good, but Selesnya pairs return to my roots. Yeah, Ministrant is very, very good spear for sure. I think I prefer binding, but Ministrant's also monocolor, which is an advantage. You think Ministrant's just full on insane? Maybe I'm underrating it here. Might just be overrating the removal spell. I really like how this lines up against Afterlife creatures though. Jeez. Take the Ministrant, we get to take Consume. I guess we're just taking the second binding though. God, if we had the Sky Guard, our deck would be legitimately absurd. But I think taking the Guardian over Sky Guard is like pretty reasonable, even ignoring the like cash value thing. Huh. This is interesting. I think this is probably better than this. I think Angel is very good if we ended up in Bant Gates though. You think you'd Arbiter here? I think I Arbiter too. I think both of these are like kind of interesting too in their own rights, but definitely Night over Insight, I agree. 4 mana Divination isn't even as good as 3 mana Divination anyway, because it doesn't help you to hit your land drops as well. Shieldbring is gas. Jeez. Ah, spell quality so far has been like absurd. I'm very, very happy to be in the Azorius seat. I hope we didn't pass the person on the left onto Azorius. Or at least we've not been passing that many Azorius cards to them, other than like the Sky Guard and the Ministrant. Squirmet, what are the chances that I get to the MC and I still haven't drafted Simic once? Yeah, Ministrant's a very high pick. Oh, there's an upgrade. Which one was upgrade? I still don't know all the names, I'm afraid. I'm still learning the cards. Just like mono multicolor cards here. Ooh, Skitter Eel is gross. There's also a Swirling Torrent though, which might be better. Oh, yeah, Spear. Maybe I was meant to take that card. Upgrade is very, very good. I think Locket might be better than Insight, that's fair. What do we think on Eel versus Torrent? I am unsure. I've been really impressed with the Eel. I think I'm just going to take the Eel. I think it might actually be better in like a slower deck. You like creatures. Creatures are great. Yeah, it might be a Signal Spear, the upgrade. It's probably underrating it there. I actually don't hate this card. This is like fine. I think I'm just gonna take the Shimmer. I want to give this card a try. Caracol or Expose. This is like a really bad 2, and I'd rather not play it. So I could just take this for the board. I could also take this in case we like somehow end up in the Gates deck through some weird means. I think I'm just gonna hate the white signal though. Not let the person on my left see white cards for the rest of the pack. To encourage them to pass them back to me. Again, just like hate band signal, I guess. Huh. Pegasus or Duelist, which do we prefer? Is the Duelist just better? Caracol isn't really a signal, but if you see no white cards, that is a difference between seeing like a medium white card and that. Nice. Wheeling this is pretty absurd. Card is quite good. Yeah, that's fairly. Having one of those on the board does sound pretty reasonable. Whoa. We could have had 2 Sky Guards. Our deck would have been unbeatable. At least we have 1. Oh, Spawn of Mayhem worth money. I think I'm probably passing it anyway. Isn't Spawn money? If it's like 10 ticks, yes, I'm obliged to take it. I'll have a look. $6.75. God, am I just meant to take it? That's such a tilt. I just want to take the stupid Sky Guards. Like, I guess this literally pays for half the draft though. I'm not really in a position to pass 7 picks, sadly, and I think our deck's still going to end up good. We're still getting great cards, so like a second Chillbringer is awesome for us. Yeah, Chili Bee is gas. Oh yeah, that pack was amazing for us. Like the 2/4 flyer would have also been great. There's a Guildgate for us. Alright, we have another Fairy Duelist. We have a Code of Constraint, which I think is quite decent. I don't know which is better here. You've liked the Savant a decent amount. I can see the Scry 2 kind of mattering. We do need 2s. You like the Code? Yeah, I kind of want to take the Code. It's also an uncommon, so it's like harder to get hold of one if we decide we want one. And like all the options are pretty medium. I don't think I want to play Incubation. I guess we have like a fair number of creatures at the moment, but we don't know how. I just don't like the idea of Impulse for creatures. If it's the only mode on that card, then I think that it's like quite bad. I think you need both modes to work. At this point I can play the crappy free one and actually get in damage with it. Yeah, our deck's like actually pretty aggro at the moment. Like, these Chillbringers just really help us turn the corner in a weird way. Push through damage. This guy's like pretty good. Blocks whilst your other flyers attack in. It's probably better than the Guildgate. I don't know, Prometheus. I just have no heart, I guess is the explanation. Guess I just have no heart. Oh, there's also an Impassioned Orator, which is quite a good 2. I think it's one of these two over the Guild Gate. I'm not sure which. I think it's just gonna take this though. We've got an Orator anyway. I think I'd rather this than the Quench. We don't really have much to do at instant speed. I guess we have these as well. Maybe the Quench is fine, but I think this card is pretty decent. Blocks early, gains you some life, then trades off. How do I repeatedly... Our Simic deck would have been insane again. Every time I don't draft Simic, this ends up happening. The Simic gods look down on me and shake their heads. Take this for the sideboard. How good is Prying Eyes? I have not played with the card yet. Very, very easily, obviously. What do I think of Prying Eyes? I'm honestly unsure. I'm gonna take one of these for the board because I know I want one. I'm actually just like very unsure on Prying Eyes at the moment. You like it? If it was draw 4, discard 1, that would be so close to being opportunity that I think it would be very strong. Discard 2 is a bit more punishing, but maybe it's still just good. I'm really unsure on these Fairy Duelists. It's hard to figure out if we want them here or not. Begging for a couple copies of High Alert. Is that even the case? Maybe like the 2/5, I guess. The 1/2's become like 2/2 flyers, which is decent, I guess. We would like cut the free one. No, I don't think High Alert is like super exciting in this deck. Lots of our creatures are just like free freeze. Or 2/2s. Right. Assume we're meant to take the Griffin. If we take Hallowed Fountain, we've literally paid for the entire draft with our first picks, which is not something to be proud of. Griffin's like quite good in this deck, I think. I guess I wouldn't hate some fixing anyway. How much are the shocks? I don't actually know. Oh, that's fair. It'd be like... No, that would actually just pay for the whole draft, I think, max. Maybe it'd be like a tick shot. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Griffin. It's nicer. Zorius Guildgate, question mark? Bring to trial, question mark? What's Ravager Worm worth? How have we gone all day before having this happen? It's so weird. Foil Guildgate. High Alert. I don't even think High Alert's good in our deck. That's the problem. It's like fine. Splash the Ravager Worm. It's a bit over 2. Alright, I think I'd just rather take the Guildgate, probably. Even if the Spirit to give your flyers big butts is true. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I think we need like a few more 1/3s and stuff to make it really good. Maybe I'm underrating it, but... Foil Guildgate. Obviously the Foil Guildgate. We're not taking the non-foil Guildgate. Okay, Sky Tether versus Chillbringer. We already have 3 Chillbringers. We have a Peace Stain Guildgate. This is a very good Tether deck. If I played with the Giant, yeah, it's like, whatever. I'm probably hoping to cut the Giant, honestly. I don't think there's such a good thing as too many Chillbringers. Sky Tether is pretty excellent, though. In this deck especially. You like Tether better than 4th Chill? I think it's incredibly close. Fine. I think I'm in for that. Absorb. Is that even actually better than a Divination here? I'm not convinced it is. This draws us into our Chillbringers. This is also just like incredibly hard to cast in Limited. You think it's marginal? I think it's pretty marginal. Yeah, I agree, Ellie. I agree with that. It's probably just a trap. Like, it's probably a fine card to play, but it's not, like, necessarily even that much better than the other Council. Messenger is great, agree. Sorry, I was just catching up in chat there. Dovin's Acuity. Where are we at for this? We only have the 2 Sphinx's Insights. Maybe it's just bad here. Oh no, we have these 2 as well. Is this good here, or do we just want another 3-2? I've honestly had no experience with this deck. I think with 4 instants, this can't possibly be good though, right? 3 mana, draw a card, like, gain 2. This just can't possibly be good here. I'm gonna take the Griffin. Yeah, I think we want more than 4 to be happy with it. Hey there, Sora. Just doing some drafting. We've been doing well on drafts today too. Is that sweet? I have been enjoying it. Not convinced I'm take the Guild Gate to splash this. Oh. I'm not convinced I'm playing the 3rd one of these. I guess there are matchups where I'll play it though. Like leave it in the sideboard and we end up in a super grind fest. Like what is the Sphinx? Maybe the Justica's Portal was a decent sideboard card. Maybe it's a better sideboard card than the Sphinx. Bit weird. Whoever it was that was talking about the high alert is never gonna let me live this down. I do not believe it's good in this deck. It even makes our Griffins smaller. Like... Oh yeah, maybe the Blink card's just good because of the Chillbringers. That's true. I actually want this Bring to Trial on my board, I think. I think it's a nice sideboard card. Hey there, Carnaline. Good to see you. Might even play the Eyes, I'm unsure. Got like a few options here in terms of how we build this. High Alert with Scuttlegator, the combo. Oh, that's fair. I might be underrating Junk Trawler. Yeah, I might be underrating Junk Trawler. I don't typically like Wall of Mist style things, but it does block like 5/5s. There's a pretty big difference there. Alright. What am I doing? I'm probably cutting this 3-1 for starters. 3-1 seems bad. So this puts us at 25. So I think the options of things to cut are... Our 4s are all great, our 5s are all great. I can maybe cut a 3. Just because our 3s are like a bit lacking because of these veterans being OP. Could also just cut a 2 instead. But I don't think I want to cut a 2 and a 3. Do I just have to cut the prying eyes? Or a Sphinx's Insight? You'd cut the prying eyes, Squirmit. Could see that. And then we can board it in grindy matchups. But we can just start like this and then board in both of these when we're grinding. I like that. Then we cut a 2 or a 3, so we're either cutting a 10th District Veteran or a Fairy Duelist or a Sage Grove Savant. One of those 3, basically. I think I'm going to cut a 2. It makes the curve real nice. It's either a second Fairy Duelist or the Savant. If they're not in blue, they can't, but if they're in blue, they can, because it becomes their permanent, so it has the ability for them. Yeah, I'm not in love with this card. Oh, that's fair already. So my thinking, like, I don't really think of it as a grinding deck. But I think you can board in stuff in grindy matchups. Was more what I was talking about with these. But I could see cutting the second Insight. Insight is very deadly. It's quite deadly. I just kind of hate this card, but... Alright, I'll try it like this. We can alter it in sideboarding depending on matchups a bunch anyway. Code of Constraint? No, I quite like that card. The card's pretty decent. I also want to try it out more. Just like not played with it enough either. I'm like so iffy on these Fairy Duelists, but I might just be underrating them. It's like kind of like whenever I've played against them, they've looked really good. So which is weird because like it feels like they shouldn't be good. But the fact that they've looked good when I played against them makes me kind of want to try them out anyway. See how they play. I guess part of the problem is I'm like pretty iffy on the idea of just running one out on turn 2. Like a 1-2 flyer on turn 2 is so mopey, so it starts to feel like it's a slightly later game card. Although I guess like 1-2 flyer gain 2 life is like a fine turn 2 play when you're on the draw. You normally save it. Yeah, I think you're meant to. Really? I like, maybe... I'm just like so iffy on starting the Caracal in a format with Afterlife, but maybe it's good. Against Kenny again. Jeez. No worries, Dark and White. We ended up losing in the second round, sadly. Opponent's draw was very strong against ours. I guess this is a mulligan. Feel sad. Alright. This is very good. It's a very, very good hand. Ooh. I am excited for our opponent's next turn. Because some nasty stuff gets to happen. Please attack, please attack, please attack, please attack, please attack, please attack. I'm into this. Please no quench. Please no quench. Come on. Come on. No. No. Oh. Gross. At least they're like missing a color, which is something. And then this 1/4 kind of bricks the Terramander for a while. Life is pain. Have we been getting paired versus the same person a lot? We've faced the same opponents a few times. So it has been happening. I don't really want to put this back in their hand, but I'd also like to like reset the +1/+1 counters, so I guess I'm doing it. Like, lets me hit my land drop. Next time we just start casting massive creatures. By massive creatures, I mean 2/3s. Alright, I'm gonna attack with this 1/4. So I need them to use up the damn Fairy Duelist at some point. So that they can't gain 2 life later on. Cool. Would I rather resolve the Skitter Eel or the Griffin? I think the Griffin? Then I can play Spirit of the Spires next turn, so it can't even be blocked well. I don't really want to play the Eel quite yet, even though it's quite large, just because I don't want to adapt it against a blue deck when I've got other things I can do with my mana. Ooh, I'm actually going to keep this. We've got so much to do with 4 mana, and once we hit our 5th land drop, this is just going to be amazing. Just like going Chillbringer into Chillbringer. It's going to be so good. Hey there, Lassie. Good to see you. Yeah, exactly. Especially when we know they have like 5 spells in hand. Keeping gas on top is really appealing in that regard. Eel was pretty scary from them. But if they spend an entire turn adapting it, it starts to make these Chillbringers pretty good. So it's not the end of the world. Oh, thanks, Love Jane. Thank you for hanging around. And hope you sleep well. We'll see you in the future. I guess I am not blocking this 3/3. Because then they would make me look very silly. Alright. Now these Chillbringers are great. Against that 5/5. We hit this 5th land, we're just like in an amazing position. Even if we don't, we can like chump with a messenger or something to gain some life here. I'm gonna put them to 12 this turn. It's like the race is pretty even. Tanking on the Wayfinder trigger. I'm wondering if they have Upgrade in hand. And they're like deciding on like keeping something that isn't a land. Or like hoping to cross their fingers for the upgrade. Okay, they've kept a land. It's kind of terrifying because it means they do have a 6-drop in hand. It might be upgrade. I'm going to attack with these flyers and then she'll bring the eel. And we're just going to hope that these chill bringers can get there. I'm going to hope that our opponent doesn't have upgrade, because that would be kind of a beating. Alright, your eel is feeling slightly cold. Chilly, in fact. The eel is uncomfortably chilled. We didn't get to draw a card though. Basically got to draw like 2 cards. We drew like the Patrick Chapin line of thinking is we drew a Black Lotus and a free flyer for free, right? Attached to our Creeping Shell. So it's like a divination. Or something. You've been pretty... Oh yes, Skitzer Eel's really good. I think it's like a big overperformer. Like when I saw the spoiler, it was like, this card seems fine, solid, playable, but I think it's actually just like a really good common. Like one of the best two. Like obviously this is the best blue common. This is like, has to be somewhere in the top 3. Also, I have not looked at that artwork before, and that is something. Jeez, what's up with the Simic? They did have the upgrade. Luckily we have the second Chillbringer, or else we'd be in a lot of trouble right now. Don't really know how we'd survive this game if not for the second Chillbringer. Am I playing around a removal spell? I think I am. I think I'm just holding back my courier. Hit them for 8, down to 4, then any 2 creatures are lethal next turn. If they chump, I'm kind of okay with that. Playing around things is for cowards. Well, I guess I'm a coward then. Also, I don't really want to have to chump the eel with my Chillbringer if I can help it, so holding back the courier feels correct. Jeez, upgrade is so messed up. I probably underrated that card in the draft. I'm still learning the cards, right? So, new set and all that. We have Progenitor's protection from everything. We need not play around anything as a result. I'm pretty sure that's how it works up. I will say I'm exceedingly happy not to have too many of the 4-mana divinations in our deck at the moment. Next draft we're forcing Simic. At some point in this format I will draft Simic. Maybe. I can but dream. What am I doing? If I don't block, I die to the +3/+3. If I do block, and they have like a bounce spell, they're still dead. They need like 2 things to not die. And even then, that doesn't leave us dead as such. Alright, I think I'm blocking. This is a fine block. Also, the messenger soaks up like a number of eel attacks after this as well. So even though we're trying to go for the kill, we also have like a tiny bit of time. Sick. Chill was brought upon our opponent. Playing its like hyper tempo-y Simic deck. Kind of what it feels like. So Bring to Trial seems amazing. Definitely want the Bring to Trial in the deck. Bring to Trial is okay against them. It's exceedingly okay. Untap Trick could have been sick there. Which one's the untap one? Oh, from them. Yeah. That would have been brutal. I'm not convinced this Savant does much. It doesn't seem to block much from them. A lot of their cheap things are flyers. Also attacks really poorly into open mana because of Fairy Duelist. The other option is cutting the Insight, because their deck is pretty fast and like has some scary late game to it. On the draw, it might just be correct to cut the Divination. I could see it being too slow here. Right, this hand just needs lands, and then it's great. We have this to help draw us into lands as well. That is not a land. Confirmed not a land. Deck. I don't know if you got the memo on this one. You might not have. Come on, land. Oh my god. This is so good. This is going to draw us into our 4th land, because we're incredibly lucky. Yes, that's good too. They missed their 4th... Wait, no, they have not missed their 4th land. Wait, they did miss their 4th land because of the growth spiral, right? So they actually missed the land drop last turn. If I didn't hit my land drop, I might have even just pacified this because of that. But now that we draw a land, I just want to start casting creatures, I think. Casting flyers. Sounds great. Get them dead. Like, if we draw a land, now we go Chillbringer into Chillbringer, and the game just ends. Because Chillbringer is a deeply messed up Magic card. That is not a land, so it's going to the bottom. It's like a very low impact card here. That is a Sharktoe Crab. I guess that's one I can bind. Need them to not have like Applied Biomancy, I guess. That would be pretty gross. Ooh. Prevent 2 damage. Winter is I think winter's already arrived. I get that sneaking suspicion. Based on like the fact it was snowing ever so lightly outside earlier. Come on. 5th land. Oh wait, you're talking about the Chillbringers. I am so derpy. Oh my god. I guess winter is also coming in this regard, yes. Oh, it's really dumb, Lassie. Agree. Sharktoe Crab plus Ascendancy. It's 16 oh my god, I am so jealous, Dokomoy. It's like 0-ish or something here at the moment. It's really weird. When I was a kid, I loved winter, and now I'm like pretty off it. My hand is so chill. It is exceedingly chill. I'm 100% drawing a guild gate next turn. I take back everything I just said. It begins. I can't remember if we showed them the foil one last game. I don't know what the technically correct sequencing for these Chillbringers is. Am I attacking with this Orator? I guess attacking forces the block on the Brush Strider. And like I'm only gonna block the Brush Strider when they attack anyway. So I might as well not give them the option to like upgrade it. Oh wait, was that minus 16? Dokumai, I assume that was around 16, not minus 16. I because you used the tilde symbol, that's usually used for like estimate. Yeah, plus 16. So you have like a reasonable temperature. God, I could not live somewhere that's minus 10. I don't think I could do that, Lassie. I don't think my body's capable of coping in that sort of environment. I've gotten like way better at coping with heat as I've grown older, but the cold gets to me really badly. Alright. Please no upgrade. Upgrade could like give them a chance. I guess we'd still get in for 6 this turn. Maybe it doesn't give them a chance. Maybe I'm being silly. It makes the game closer at least. That's fair, Lassie. That's fair. I don't know. I used to buy into that reasoning, but even going outside, like, covered in layers in the cold is still pretty miserable. You prefer minus 30 to 30? Oh, I definitely prefer 30 to minus 30 by a million miles. Minus 30 sounds horrifying. How is that a real temperature? Wow. This just gets 2 triggers. That's so stupid. Alright, well, apparently we have a game. Apparently we have a game. This card is amazing. I seriously underrated it. I guess the Shark to Crab's also doing work, to be fair. I'm actually going to attack with the Orator here, because all our flyers are free power, and I want multiples of free to actually kill my opponent. It means I'm taking a bunch next turn, but we can chomp the turn after, hopefully. This way, if they only have the 1 flyer back, we actually just kill them next turn too, with the 3rd Chillbringer. Yeah, 30 is like basically fine, I agree. It's like not great, but evening Alpha Games. Good to see you. Alright, do you think they're gonna expect the third Chillbringer? Ooh, that means they do not have the blue essence capture, is it called? It means they don't have essence capture in hand. It does mean we're dead next turn if this doesn't work, but this should work. Cast my Chillbringer. Oh my god. Ugh. Jesus. And they have a 15/15 trample. I think we just die. That's really sad. Sharkto Crab plus Biogenic Upgrade is kind of nasty. It's 15/15, even if we were to block with all our stuff. We still take 5 and then die to the rest. Yeah. Alright. I trust my opponent will block here, but, you know, play to your outs, I guess. Good to be on the play. Think, desperation attack. Doesn't look suspicious at all. We actually have time for this card. Maybe this card's just nonsense in this matchup. Maybe we actually want a Prowling Caracal or 2 here. They don't have Afterlife cards, and this card does kill, like, fairly quickly. Can we bring in Scuttlegator to block? I think I want to kill them. I think our late game is just worse than theirs. Shop. I don't think I want to block. I think I want the Caracals because they can kill my opponent. And we just accept that we're the aggressor in the matchup. 1/3 Pegasus seems bad. Yeah, I think it might be our worst card. I agree. That was the one I was thinking of cutting. Don't know if one of these cards is better served as a 2/1. They're real bad versus fairy duelists. That is true. It's not ideal, but that's a very valid reason to play at Sora. Oh wow. Tannen, the massive host. Welcome to everyone joining us. We're in our last draft of the evening. We're basically continuing until this draft finishes, whenever that happens to be. This is not an exciting hand, but I'm going to keep it. It's not an exciting because we don't have like a 2-drop or something to pressure them, but... Did you have a good stream, Tannen? Ooh, we do have a Chillbringer though, one of the many. You're pretty lost in Standard. Yeah, I'm not taking Standard too seriously until after the PTQ. It's my current attitude. And then like it'll be a bit easier to get a read on things. We can but hope. Gyre Engineer, cool. You can binding that, I guess. Oh, you have a large tournament in a few days. I mean, details. That is a fair point. So some of us aren't lucky enough to be able to go to SCGs, so we forget these things. Alright, let's take this engineer out of action, just try and slow them down a bit. Lucky. It stops you going to magic fests, so we do want the 5th land. We can start bringing the show. I think this seems good. What the fuck? I've been indoctrinated to the new terminology too much. It's upsetting to me. But here we are. I guess they just have a counterspell in hand. You'll probably say GP for a few more years. They are like technically GPs, I believe. Because it's like the GP is part of the Magic Fest, but I saying GP seems strictly correct. Thanks, Tannen. Have a good day. They had the great, yeah. That is the, so you can just refer to them as GPs forever and it's fine. Thanks, Lassie. Sleep well. People still talk about Modo, it's true. Modo is by far the best way to refer to the program. There's something weirdly pleasing about calling it that. Alright, well. Let the chill be brought upon ye. If I tap the... I just think, like, I feel like they have another land in hand. I don't know why. Like, they didn't do much on their 4th turn, right? I feel like they just drew into this. For this turn. You also call it Miko. But Modo... Modo is like a weirdly pleasing name. If they don't draw the land, we get to block the hybrid is the thing. Which is like really nice. But taking 6, I guess it stops them playing another creature. We go to 8, they go to 16. I just don't think we can afford to let this happen. Kinda sucks. I did not realize that was a thing from Prometheus, I'm not gonna lie. This is weird. If I just cast the Spirit of the Spires instead of the Griffin, we might be in a better position here. If I get the Griffin attacked for more. Don't think I can afford to trade. Again, their late game is just better. There's a Skitter Eel. Okay, I need them to not have Essence Capture or else I just can't win. So I'm just going to pretend Essence Capture doesn't exist, I guess. I think I literally cannot beat Essence Capture. I guess it would make them skip their turn, that's fair. And we'd stop ourselves from taking 3. Maybe you're right. That's a tough one. This is so awkward, we don't even have a 2-turn clock at the moment. It's still just a 3-turn clock. This is incredibly awkward. Anyway, I just have to tap this one, right? How did Gruul end up doing? We ended up losing in our 2nd round. The deck felt like pretty legitimate though. We mulled to 4 like twice in the space of 2 rounds. Yeah, these are single them. Means you like face better opposition, which is nice. We really need to draw like a bounce spell next turn to be in this, I think, or a removal spell. Okay. I do in fact, Bobbin. I do in fact. So I block the free, like, I don't have lethal in the air next turn regardless. I block the 3/2, I take 5. Then any blocker can deal with the 2/1, and this deals with the 6/6. So I guess I have to do this. Just have to hope to draw into a spell, but we get 2 draws towards one. We just have to hope they don't have very much, but... that does not count as not having very much, opponent. It's like the opposite of not having very much. Alright, we need to draw into a 2-mana spell now. Asking a lot. I can block the 6/6. I guess I only take 7. Actually. I'm actually alive here. Just about. They get a scry. Pretty scary. Alright. Say go. I don't have any divinations in my deck at the moment, so I don't need to play out the land. I can block the 6/6, I take 7. So they need to find a relevant spell here. Unfortunately, a lot of spells are relevant. Flyers are, pump spells are, bounce spells are. Shark to Crap doesn't do anything, which is nice. The tanking on the scry means it might not be good enough. They scry to the bottom. Okay, okay. I will block your 6/6. Yeah. Oh my god. Alright, no pump spell. Now we need no fairy duelist. We need no fairy duelist. Come on. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oof. Beat the trophy leader. Somehow beat the trophy leader. Damn. Trophy denied. Twice, yeah, we beat the trophy leader twice in a row. Sick. That game was a bit too intense for my liking. I need to, like, lie down here. Jeez. It's actually kind of nice how, like, heavily we can sideboard this deck. It feels like depending on what we're playing against, we can sideboard, like, 3 or 4 cards in a bunch of different directions. Does that mean we are the trophy leader? Not quite. Not quite. Alright, we now 7 and 2. Alright. looks like pretty reasonable. I'd be happy getting to the finals. Especially considering we passed 2 Sky Guards. Like... By ancient rights of combat, I now wield the title of Trophy Leader. Ooh, they're mulliganing, and our hand is great. Two-time unofficial Trophy Leader. The blue-white mirror. Interesting. So all our flyers get to bounce off each other in a derpy fashion. And the Sky Tether gets to look, I guess, the same as it normally does. It's pretty awkward with this, that we drew the Sky Tether and the Skitter Eel at the same time. It's like the one lineup that punishes it, but... Alright, start swinging. It's Eli Cassis at the moment, sweet. I did not know that. I've seen the unofficial Magic Champion thing, but I did not know it was Eli at the moment. What's there to tank about on this courier attack? I guess they might have a fairy duelist and they're considering saving it, or... Curious. I'm just gonna get down by a 3-2 flyer. Maybe I meant to Skitter Eel. Another host. Ryan, thank you so much. Welcome to everyone joining us. Playing a final RNA draft of the night. Currently 7-2 in the format. So doing okay-ish. I think the scry is worth more later. I think getting this down like potentially leads to like a double free turn later too. I'm unsure. I think this is fine. Hope you had a good stream, Ryan. Alright. Doing pretty well here. Opponent's missing land drops. 2. I could punt the eel to push damage. I think I'd rather just deploy more creatures. If they are like sitting on a bounce spell, I don't really want them like gaining the sort of tempo that could get them back into this. I'd rather just deploy different threats. So go ahead and fire off this Arbiter. It has less power than the Griffin, but this also uses our mana so well. So I think it's fine. Do they have a counter? They have a Summary Judgment. Okay. Interesting. I guess there's like not really a way to play around that realistically. Opponent might get back in this. They're answering all our threats. Could they draw their 4th land and they just like play a 2/3 flyer? They're probably in a pretty good spot. I guess we get to binding the 2/3 flyer, but... Yeah, I guess with like a 3-turn clock, they basically need more removal. So we can outright remove the first blocker. And then like the second blocker can get tethered, which like lets our 2 flyers through. Opponent considering whether this is worth their Force of Will. Sitting there disrupting Shoal in hand. Alright. has scooped. Okay, that's good for us. So we're playing a blue-white mirror. We don't know much about their deck. So I don't think I want to change too much. Like, we don't know how, like, fast they are or how grindy they are. Counter heavy is what you read from that. I mean, we didn't actually see a counter spell. I guess we can probably assume their deck is like slightly higher curve because they didn't play a creature all game long. We maybe bring in like one divination in the dark, but not bring in both. So this is good. I think I'm cutting the Savant. It's like pretty bad if they have fairy duelists, and I think a lot of other twos are better. And I kind of want to fit in a divination against them. Oh my god, Paul. That sounds like a lot. Alright. This hand is great. Jeez. 4th land, and then we're like almost guaranteed to hit the 5th for the Chillbringer. Plenty of early plays, and like some life gain to make up for the tempo loss from this. Yeah, this sounds real nice. Okay. So I want to gain my life and then attack. Because it's like pretty likely they take this trade, I guess. Which is fine. If they don't take the trade, I'm like also happy, so. Alright, we already have our land drops sorted. So I don't feel like I need Insight. I can probably just get another 2-3 and play this turn. And Insight later, although I have double free set up for turn 6. Which is like an argument for inciting. Alright, I'm sold. I'm just gonna do this. Oh wow. So many spells. I guess I'm probably meant to fire off the attack before doing that, but they're like 100% a block, so. It's an attack I would make on Arena, but can't really be bothered to make in the competitive queues. So just attack for 2. Don't know if I'm going Gate plus Messenger or Plains Arbiter. Gate plus Messenger lets me set up for lets me go double free if I want. But I'm also pretty happy going Arbiter into Chillbringer potentially. I feel like I'm most likely to save the Chillbringer though. I'm just gonna play the Arbiter. I kind of want them to keep attacking me. So I feel like our hand like can turn the game around on them pretty fast. With like all these tap effects. So if they want to keep attacking me, and that lets me get attacks in, I think that's fine with me. Well, Messenger in case of counter, that's fair spear. Like, after my opponent missed the land drop, though, it doesn't look that suspicious that they have the extra mana open. Hey, Marcus. Hope you're doing well. 2 Orators is pretty disgusting. Jeez. Huh. We are playing against Soul Sisters. I guess I tap the 3/3. I attack for 2 and then I tap for the 3/3 and just hope they don't have enough for Essence Capture. kind of does spare. I think this is a card I really underrated. It looked like fine but unexciting, but it's actually just like quite strong for a 2-drop. At least a common, anyway. Alright. They have free spells, we have free spells. Kind of even in that regard. This one is terrifying. That is a clock. Alright, attack with my free. Cast my garbage. Yeah, the life gain seems to really matter in these matchups where the creatures are getting in for small amounts of damage. Because you don't have like the big beefy green creatures. Unless you have Skitter Eel. Basically Skitter Eel specifically. Alright. Well, Chillbringer is pushing through for a little bit of damage at the moment, which is nice. Kind of awkward that we can't really set up this Code of Constraint as a 2-for-1. I guess it's going to be fine as a Creeping Chill. So if I tap the 2-3, like I just don't think this Code of Constraint is doing anything against their deck. I think it might actually just be poor in the matchup because all the creatures have like weird stat lines, like higher toughness than power. It makes it very hard for people to just like snap off trades. So I guess I'm just going to do this to push some damage, and that's fine. Oh boy. Please don't have Quench. Or Quelch, or whatever it's called. Tap the 3-3, and then our 2-3s get to attack. Alright. We have one spell left. We still have a 3-3, even though we lose this one. There's no way for them to blow out these 2-3s, except if they have like Fairy Duelist or something weird, so might as well send them both in to push 2 damage. I think this is slow enough that I'm definitely boarding in my 3rd Divination if we go to a game 3. Like, this game has felt really dirtly. Just like a bunch of the flyers bounce off each other. Both our creatures have fairly low power. While they're offering the Orator for a 2-3, I'm so into that. That sounds great. Cut down on their life gain. Interesting. Okay. Get rid of that flyer. Potentially. I guess this one is the one that gets to attack, though. Kinda want to get rid of that flyer so I can kill them over the next couple turns. In which case I can wait on casting the Sky Tether to see what my draw step is. Although then if they remove my Chillbringer, they get in for 2. They get to attack me with the Orator, which is not great, but at some point I can just chump it with the 10th District thingy-majiggy. Don't see a reason not to cast now. I mean, they could cast a bigger flyer, right? But they have not cast one yet. I kind of don't want them to, like, put a binding on my Chillbringer and get in for 2 more damage. I mean, if they draw specifically binding, that's a reason. I guess it's literally just that card, though, and they've already used one this game. And this could maybe, like, throw off the maths and catch them by surprise this way. Oh, the other thing, it could be the +1/+2. That would make us kind of want to cast now. But they put that on the Night Arbiter, and then we need to defend that. I'm passing the turn, but I don't know if this is correct or not. It's like +2/+2, they get to attack and like force us to block, and they get to eat our Chillbringer, and then we'd be in a lot of trouble. Prying Eyes. Jeez, we're so dead. Okay, we're boarding in our copy of that card, because that just looks disgusting in this matchup. I think we just want all our card draw, post-board. I brought in like a bit more, because I wasn't sure how tempo-y they'd be, but this game is just like very slow. That's something we can Sky Tether, I guess. I don't know how we ever beat the Scry one every turn. We got game 1, yeah. So we're still in a fine position for the course of the match. Obviously this game is not going amazingly. Sky Tethering a Sphinx is so rough. Just like leave their Scry one every turn on board. What? Yep. Yeah, that makes sense, Spear. That makes sense. In which case, it's like really close to Opportunity. Which is obviously like a super busted card. I just have to double block this and hope to draw like a pacifism for the Night Arbiter. I guess I can draw a Chillbringer. We only have 1 Chillbringer left for this though, and that doesn't even kill the mover. Alright, I just have to double block this. Otherwise I'm going to take too much damage. Okay. Strong draw. I don't think I can actually win this. Also, I'm like, I guess this can block. We have to draw specifically Pacifism though, and they scryed a card to the top, and they have the locket. I think I'm just boarding in all my card draw. I think this is a card advantage war. Like, the one awkward detail about it being a card advantage war is the Sphinx. Like, we have no answers to the Sphinx other than Pacifism. And, like, obviously Pacifism just lets it scry every turn, which is a nightmare. But I think we still want to board in the card advantage anyway. It sucks we have no answer for Sphinx. It does. Actually, we have the exile a creature with power 4 or more. Maybe we're meant to bring that in. You have to bring in Trial. Yeah, I might have to bring in Trial. It has 2 targets, both of which are very good. So I might just have to do that. So I can tap down the Arbiter. This trades with this. This trades with this. This blocks this. Or or I can cast the Griffin and get my Scry. And just take 2 off the Arbiter, but I can block all the other things. And save my Chillbringer trigger for later. You rarely see the Sphinx Beats, and it's really strong, Spear. Can I play MTGA, please? I'm gonna play that tomorrow. I wanted to draft against humans, though. I only use MTGA for sealed and standard. At least when I'm, like, practicing for actual tournaments. Like, I kind of have to play on this. Right. Oh, that deck is like much better than ours. Feels like. Just don't know how I ever attack them. Oh my god, DC. Cavalcade. Which one's Cavalcade, Marcus? That's, that might be the wrong Magic card, Marcus. Oh, that's true. Bouncer and Shieldbreaker. Yeah, you're right. That's better. You're 100% correct, Joel. Oh, when a 1 power creature attacks, it deals damage to an opponent. Is that card actually good, Marcus? It's looked pretty bad when my opponents have played it, but I haven't had an opponent build around it fully yet. So I've just assumed it's like very bad. At the moment, I'm partially just like information scouting for the next game. This game feels like not ideal for us. Yeah. Alright, I'm pretty done. Okay, game 3. Sphinx's Insight. Prying Eyes. I think the Sky I'm unsure how to feel about the Sky Tethers. Don't know that it's actually good. Maybe it's good. Do we want to bring... Yeah, they have a bunch of big creatures we want to bring to trial too. Yeah, we want the bring to trial DC. I agree. Okay. I think the Fairy Duelists are not great. I guess we can try and like hope to get them when they block though. They have a bunch of flyers to block our duelists. It's weird. I'm like almost tempted to cut the Skitterial because we got this Sky Tether in our deck. They have like a bunch of removal that lines up okay against it anyway, so it's not like hard for them to deal with. I just feel like the ground's gonna stall out. Do we go with Caracoles again? If their deck is better? Huh. That's interesting. We didn't see any cards that actually punish the Caracals, right? I think we want the Caracals anyway. I think it's okay to play both the card advantage and the Caracals, because these just attack better than the Duelists. I don't know that the Duelists actually stay relevant against our opponent for very long. Could try something like this. Like, Duelists are low impact. Yeah, I feel like they are. I feel like the Pegasus might be here too. They just don't have many afterlife creatures to punish the Caracal. They only have the 1, 2, 3 that we've seen. So I think the Caracals are just like good for helping kill our opponent. I think if we're boarding in Caracals, we probably have to take out the Skytever, but we've got the Bring to Trial, so it's fine. Something like this. I'm iffy on boarding out the third Sphinx's Insight, but I think this is good. This is a good approach. Definitely like a different approach. You know. It's possible we want the Sage's Rosabarn, but I'm not sure what it would be over. I almost want to put myself on the play because I've got the Caracals in my deck. I think I just want to be on the draw. I think the games are like super slow. Like even if we draw a Caracal, it's not gonna like end the game immediately. So the extra card seems relevant. We have the Bring to Trial for their bomb, which is nice. Okay, I'm very happy we're on the draw because we might need it to hit our 4th land drop on time. Okay, that's good. That is a very good draw. Let's just get to cast our garbage. Stop developing this board. This is kind of why I didn't want the Fairy Duelist. This feels like they're so easily blanked in this matchup. You can like try and set them up as like weirdo Flame Tongue Kabus, but I don't think that happens that often. I think if I attack, they just block. If they like pacifism this, I want to be able to block. So no real reason to attack. Uh-huh. It is a good one. Get to start swinging though, which is great. And then cast my Griffin. Just like keep developing this board here. Binding, that is amazing. Like set up a double 3-drop turn. Just the sort of thing we need here. Get a double spell turn. They block our Griffin with their Griffin. We have the Code of Constraint too, which is really nice. The Night Arbiter is so good. Such a powerful common. Another Griffin. Alright, hopefully they don't have a summary dismissal here for our Griffin. As if they don't, this Code of Constraint is going to get them. Yeah, exactly, Spare. I think that's the plan. Interesting. They really don't want to give us that 1/1. Alright, shrink your creature, draw a card. They have summary dismissal, they get to save their creature. That's still just like a 1/1, so it's not the end of the world. I can just cast this turn instead of my binding. Six mana, ugh. I don't think we can win the game anymore. That card is just unbeatable if you don't have like actual removal. It seems like the most absurd thing in these mirrors. Jeez. I actually just don't know how we play Magic anymore. Oh boy. Do we have any answers to the Sky Guard realistically? I am casting Binding on a creature, I just don't know which one. So the Night Arbiter is gonna get us eventually. It's really awkward because we might want to like bounce the Sky Guard at some point. Obviously, like 3/3 first strike is not terribly easy to deal with though. Alright, I think I'm going to do this on the Sky Guard. Don't know how we win this game with a Sky Guard in play, but we can't win the game if it's like stopping us from ever attacking, so I'm gonna do this to begin. Too bad we don't have mass manipulation, I know, right? Or a Sky Guard of our own. To be fair, I passed the Sky Guard in the draft. Like, a way to beat a Sky Guard is having your own Sky Guard. I don't think we have a Sentinel's Mark Sora. Otherwise, that'd be kind of a legit plan for getting it off the field. Like, I would happily 2-for-1 myself to get this off the field. Just the single best Azorius card by such a wide margin. Do I have to bring to trial the Griffin? I guess it buys me a lot of time. Bring to trial the Griffin, binding a creature, just like hope they never draw any more creatures for the rest of the game. And then maybe we can get there. They do have a spell in hand, which is like pretty awkward. Am I binding the Knight or the Griffin? Griffin kills me quicker. But I also can't interact with the Griffin ever. Oh, sorry, with the Night Arbiter ever. Like, I can't block the Night Arbiter. So it might just have to be the Night Arbiter. I can just, like, hope to draw something that stops the Griffin. Let's just draw into Chillbringers, though. Yeah, we have a lot of Chillbringers to draw. I think as we have Chillbringers to draw, I'm going to target the Griffin, because every Chillbringer buys us a turn from Night. Like, every Insight we cast buys us a turn from the Night. So we can like kind of get there. We need them to not draw any high impact spells for a while, but maybe get something going here. It's a Chillbringer. I really want to resolve one of these card draw things, but I also feel like I'm meant to get the Chillbringer in play. God, I'm so scared that they have Prying Eyes. Hopefully they just have 2 lands. I don't think we can beat a Prying Eyes. I don't know if we're meant to cast our own Prying Eyes this turn. We don't really have any lands we want to discard at the moment. That's the thing. Alright, I just want to get my flyer down so I can start attacking them. I guess they could have Essence Capture and that would be a beating. That's a card they haven't had a chance to cast for a while. Like, I just need to get them dead before they can draw into something high impact, so I think I just need to get my creature down before anything else. Thank God, they didn't have eyes. Yeah, I agree, Spear. I agree. Is this the eyes turn? I think this might be the eyes turn. They could have the counter unless you pay 2. But I could also just draw like mono spells and want to discard this land. Alright, another Chillbringer is great. Not sure if I'm just meant to keep that land so I can double spell next turn and get both creatures down. Maybe that's better than the Divination. Like, I do just need to get them dead before they draw into their late game. Maybe I was just meant to keep the 9th land on that basis. It gives me the best chance at killing them. Okay. Doing it. You think I need the 2 life? Yeah, this is a time walk against the Night Arbiter. That is true. Alright. Again, just need to brick on them drawing a spell for a while. Zoria Skyguard is a hell of a magic card. But we currently seem to be in it. Deal free? Yep. Yeah. It's a very good spell here too. God, I don't know that we have any more answers to it. I guess we can bounce it. If we draw a bounce spell next turn, we can maybe even kill them. So we have 10 power on board then. Or attacking. Oh, I'm not blocking, so I want a bounce spell to be lethal. I have this insight to gain life anyway. My 10th district thing untaps my Chillbringer, etc. I can pump the eel, cast another Chillbringer, tap the Skyguard. Or I can just try and draw towards this bounce spell. This is a tough turn. I only have the one bounce spell in my deck, so I'm like pretty unlikely to draw it. I think I just want to go for the Chillbringer plus Eel line. It pushes a bunch of damage. I want Chillbringer first to play around like soft counters. So I tap the Skyguard because I don't want to have to chump it. I'm going to pump the Eel before attacking because of the deal free. Oh, it only costs 3 mana. Derp. First time ever having this. It's my first draft having this card in my deck. Alright. Untap the flyer, I guess. Okay. Didn't have prying eyes, didn't have an instant. Okay, okay. Opponent has disconnected. Would we have got there on the bounce spell? We would not have. That game was intense. This is what that game was. Yeah, the Super Flood. I mean, it's what we needed to beat the Skyguard, right? We played to our outs. We just had to hope they had the Super Flood and play accordingly. Alright. That was great. We're 8-2. Into the finals. It's kind of nice. We've boarded our deck like so differently in both the matches we played. Although I'm still not sold on these Fairy Duelists yet. I think Fairy Duelist might be more of a Simic card, maybe. Because, like, Simic, they're actually trying to block your big green creatures. I don't know. Unsure. Alright, finals. Let's get this trophy. Let's get this trophy. This hand's great. This Sky Tether is particularly awkward in this hand, I guess, but is what it is. I think it's like a pretty powerful card in our deck sometimes. You just have to accept the risk. Sometimes it looks a little bit more awkward. Spear Spewer. Scary. They might be, oh, they're just rural. It's like never seeing a Rakdos deck ever. Am I just like firing up the Sky Tether right away? Probably not. I'm probably saving it for a bigger creature. I have like a 2/3 that can block that down forever. Yep. I say before they like get to 6 mana on turn 5. And force me to like play off curve to cast the Sky Tether. Jesus. That card is amazing. Card's like a common, right? It's a really good common. I think we're like already dead. I guess I have to hope they don't draw a land next turn, maybe. I have to Sky Tether that hybrid sooner or later though, was the problem. And then the 4/4 is gonna kill me with the Spear Spewer back up. I guess if I'm hoping they don't draw a land, I could cast the... Does that even make sense? Like, then I can double block the 4/4. Yeah, I can double block the 4/4 if they don't draw a land. I don't know that I want to do it with the eel, but I guess if I'm tethering something, the eel's always going to be on the fence anyway. Okay. Yes, we're double blocking. Get in my 2 points here. Damn. That was a really, really good draw for them. Yes, they have a lot of them in their deck, but they get to put us to 4, so we just have to draw an answer to the Spear Spewer now. Like, kind of non-optional. If we draw an answer to the Spear Spewer, we might be in a fine position, but we have to get to that point. I guess every Chillbringer we draw buys us a turn as well. So we could just draw running Chillbringers. It doesn't have to be specifically a binding. Jeez. Alright. That was abrupt. Expose to Daylight seems... no, not this one, sorry. Bring to Trial seems amazing. Are you doing this right? Let's have a look-see. Yes. Can confirm. Jeez, that Angelic Exaltation seems incredible. Is Insight just too slow? The life gain's actually irrelevant against the stupid pinger. I feel like Caracals are just better than Fairy Duelists here again, because they like trade up into like bigger things. The Fairy Duelists just feel so bad in blue-white to me. I've just like been consistently unimpressed by them this draft. Which, to be fair, is partially because I just haven't played against Afterlife decks, which makes them look worse. Obviously, they're way better when there are 1/1 flyers running around. Let's try this. I don't really like the 1/3, just because it's hard to trade it off of a body. I think I'd rather trade than have their 2/2s like bounce off my 1/3, but then their 2/2s get better in the late game. Because their 2/2s get like +2/+2, or can adapt 4, or what have you. I'd rather just be able to trade with them with like a 3/1 or a 2/1. If you have ground blockers, the duelist can be good. That's fair. You have to have ground blockers, and you have to be like stable enough where you can afford to just pass the turn with mana open, rather than deploying like a bigger body to the ground. So it's like a combination of two different things, I guess. Alright, let's get down. Bigger critter. So it's vigilance, which could be relevant. Attack into their creature, still have a blocker. Alright, we've encountered a problem, people. We do not want this. Luckily we have a bunch of bindings to back up our, like, pressure here. If we draw a land and get to go Caracal plus binding, or if they don't play a creature, they just Electro-Dominancing the Griffin. Sick, they're just not playing creatures. This is kind of unrealistic. I'm gonna play the Veteran. I want to save the Caracal because I can pair it with a binding to double spell if we draw a land. Okay. Resolves. That is certainly a 7/6. It is certainly not attacking or blocking. This has been a weird game. They just haven't drawn creatures. I'll take it, I guess. Oh, they really are Spear. They're both so impressive. They're just so large. Like, it's crazy. Huh. Okay. You still go to 2. You have another fight spell. Alright. Well, I doubt they can deal with all these creatures. I think we're going to be going to a game 3 here. They need like something incredible. Sure. We can just chill bring in that and they die. They die even if we don't. Alright, game 3. Final game of the evening. I don't think I want to change anything. I was pretty happy boarding in these Caracals in this matchup, I think. Everything else seems fine. Have to be on the draw. Pretty scary. Hopefully they don't have Rhythm of the Wild. We should have like a fair bit of removal and the tap effects, so like we can deal with the big creatures. I mean, this is clearly a keep, but need to draw lands. Hope they don't have too fast to start. Okay. Please land. Please land, please land, please land. Land would be so good. Okay. That's a Frenzied Arynx. That's a big one. Yeah, giving it haste is really smart. Guess I'm just blocking that 3-2. They've seen how much removal we have, right? It's like a really good decision on their part. I want to cast a Griffin, so I can Chillbringer next turn. And buy some time here. This seems awful. Definitely putting that to the bottom. Oh wow, they're attacking with both. I kind of don't hate blocking the 2-2. So this is going to become a 6-6 soon, and then it becomes really problematic. This is like also kind of problematic. It hits me for a bunch. I feel like there's a decent chance they have a trick anyway, but and I'd rather not have them pump the Trampler there as well. It's not clear that even if they don't have a trick, that it isn't just like correct to block the one that becomes a 6-6 real soon. Okay, Chillbringer can buy us some time. Oh, thank God, they have nothing here. So the eel can block the Arynx. I kind of just want to hold up this admonition, to be honest. In case they have a trick to kill my Chillbringer. And then I can Insight in there instead. If they do nothing. Oh, that's fair. I can bring to trial the 2-2. Yeah, I'm being silly. It's been a long stream, Crupper. I should definitely... That's definitely a consideration. Although I'd like to save a bring to trial for like their next threat if possible. Whereas I can kind of... If I trade for the 2-2, I can kind of answer all their threats without using up the bring to trial, which is nice. And like I can conserve it for later. Especially where they have so many big creatures in their deck. I'm fine with this exchange. I just get to draw 2. I do have to get them dead before Electro Dominance kills me. Of note. Kinda just want to make this a 5-5. Is that crazy? Can then like block 4/4 hasty creatures and such. It means I'm attacking for less next turn though. I don't think I can afford to do that. Doing it this way means I can untap my 5/5, which feels pretty important to me. Hey, Caius. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Kind of want to cast the Griffin and say go, weirdly. 5/5 blocks really well, and then I have my bounce spell up. I don't think I have like clean attacks here, so not this turn anyway. That's really scary. Alright. Get to pump this now though, which is nice. Start hitting him with the Griff. I'm scared. I don't think I can beat the Fireball ever. I'm just like not gonna play around it. Like, the Fireball does not exist for our consideration. This thing can only Fireball for 5 at the moment. Maybe I'm being overly pessimistic, maybe I can beat it. That's a 6-5. That makes round attacks even tougher for us here, but we've got the Bring to Trial for it, which is nice. Ooh, this is also good. Alright. Let's bring this to Trial. Nice. So I'm attacking to 13 in the air. Get us past the turn with these two up again, and then next turn I can like try and go for the throat potentially. Bind the Spewer. That's actually really smart. That might be correct. Then we can potentially beat the Fireball. I actually kind of like that. Fireball for 5. Kinda want to Sky Tether the Goblin so I can bounce the 4/4. Maybe that's just nonsense. The 4/4 gets to attack into my 5/5 if they have the +1/+0 first strike. Okay. Right, they can Fireball for 6. What on earth is this? Okay, interesting. Ooh. They might have the dominance here, maybe. Maybe they do. I'd love to be able to kill them over 2 turns, I just don't think that's realistic. can double block the eel, I can -4, -0, and then this dies. I'm gonna try it, see what happens. We are still going, Luke. This is the final game, probably very near one of the last turns. I'm hoping it'll be the penultimate turn, but that's dependent on how this goes. They're taking 10. Interesting. Kinda just want to Code of Constraint this and save my 2/3, so I have 2 blockers back. Come on, opponent. I guess we're 3 minutes behind on clock. I can't really say anything. Oh my god. Okay. Very good chance we kill them next turn. That's fair. That's fair more. It kinda is in that regard. So I could see holding onto it for that reason. Just like letting our 2/3 go. I really want this win so bad. What do they have in hand? I know they have the goblin in hand. I guess I just attack with these two. I think they might have Electro Dominance. They can only put us to 1. Because we're binding the Spear Spewer. Second trophy of the day. Oh my god. 4 drafts, 2 trophies. So good.